$1 million. I think that they could use after them pay all the debt, right? Know
Hold
that,
on, hold on,
know
Sam.
that.
Hold on, Sam. Sam, hold on. Colin, they said a bus. Nardi, you sure this is true? Madam Producer, check if there's any accident in Jamaica with any student for me. Just check all the media connection, all the connections that you have. I see Nardi posting something about overturn. Just check for me. Nardi, tell me she has repeated it. Breaking news. What kind? Which one of them? Which one of them? I don't even want to read out the message, Nardi. Hold on the Sam, because this is
Yeah,
serious.
yeah,
She's
man.
saying she just saw
Anything
it
new
online.
accident.
I think we should be able to go to RGR News. It's news time. Let me just
All right, Colin, go and go deal with that.
no, we are here something. Hold this.
You go and go deal with it, man. Yeah.
Take and see if you hear anything. All right, Sam, thanks. But now they just typing in one of the chat room that a bus has overturned in Jamaica. Dublin Castle Garden Town. Anybody else see anything about this? We're trying to find out if there's any credibility to our turn it down little. Now they say that she's seeing information online that a bus has overturned in Jamaica. We have not heard that. She said she just saw it online. So the producer is checking it out. And Georgia Williamson says, yes, Colin. Shaka, he was asking if gag order to protect person A. No, I heard about the gag order to protect person A, but we couldn't answer that because we don't know who is person A. Hello, good evening. Welcome to the Colin Bell Show.
Yes, Mr. Bell. Good evening, Mr. Bell.
Yes.
You know, something I want to ask you about. You remember, you remember Nigel last political speech, budget, him came, him saying he was going to lift import tax off a racehorse, right?
Yeah.
And then a few weeks after, it was in the TVJ news that him take 18 million out of the financial sector and buy racehorse. Out of $18 million go.
You know, I don't remember about that. I know say him did lift some tax
yeah,
off
man,
the
you can do some
importation
research.
of racehorse.
Yeah,
But
and then, yeah, man, boy, about couple weeks after it was in the news that when he asked them to enter Jamaica and they have to quarantine them,
yeah,
I saw the news break out, you know, because they have to hold them around space there to test them for germs or diseases.
yeah, that always
And
happen.
they never get to. Yeah, right. So at that time the news get it. So me no hear nothing more about that. And that was 18 million and that was gone. So I no more argument. These
Well,
are the things
I forgot check on that and get the
yeah,
details
man,
on
check
that.
back on TVJ News, man.
All right.
And you will get the man.
No, man, I
we
remember
need
the
to hear
story,
about
but
that.
I don't know what happened since that.
We never get back that 18 million that I heard just mentioned and done this. So.
When I look back for all the money.
Yeah, we want our money, man.
All right, my brother. Give
all right.
thanks.
Yeah, man.
876-804-7072. We're trying to find out if there's any. Well, we're not doubting Nardi is one of our ardent listener, one of our ambassador, said that she heard it. I don't know the particulars of the accident. Hold on, caller. Report as surface. Let's pray for everybody's all right. And somebody else is saying, yes, true, students rush to UWI. remove taxes from elite friends. Well, the taxes on racehorses a little bit. Go ahead, caller. Good evening.
Yeah, Shaka. Yeah, man, me just read it. As me read it, so me hear you say it. Me just read it.
You just read what?
Say the bus turnover. But me don't know if I the famous school bus, you know. But me just read it.
You just read it.
Yes, me just read it online. Hold on, the
Okay.
babes. Hold on. There. Yeah, man, me just read it. Me
Good evening,
just
Mr.
read it.
Bell. The live chat, the Jamaica Star. Look for it in the Jamaica Star, Madam Producer. The Jamaica Star have the bus accident story online
In a garden
on their
town.
website.
It's in a garden town.
In a God town, I hope all our students are safe, and I really hope it's not any of the magic bus.
Yes.
I
That's
hope
the
it's
same
not
thing,
any of
sir.
the magic bus. Really hope it's not any
Yeah,
of them.
yeah.
The only
But
thing
me
I
just read
want,
it.
the only thing I want about the magic bus, there are two things that I. Blessed is the man that walketh not in the counsel of the ungodly, nor standeth in the ways of sinners, nor sitteth in the seat of the scornful. But his delight is in the law of the Lord, and in his law do we meditate day and night. For we shall be like trees planted by the rivers of water, that bringeth forth our fruit in our season. Our leaves shall not wither, and whatsoever we do shall prosper. Rain Hill said the sound and the video not playing in sync because there was no video to that sound, my brother. So that was just clippings from yesterday's show. We are now live. Welcome each and every one of you. Mhm. This is Wednesday, and we want to thank the Almighty God for journeying mercies. Light Pong, big up yourself, the entire Berrydale crew, Corinne Griffiths, Shernet Foster, bless up, Jacqueline, Daniel Taylor, bless up and welcome to all my Portland Spice ambassador, all Shaka Fame AC group over there on TikTok, Shaka Fame at TikTok, Portland Spice TV. Please subscribe to the channel if you have not yet done your subscription. We are inviting you to subscribe to the channel, like up the channel. Yeah, this is where we defend Jamaica. We have to defend Jamaica. Hi, mommy. Good evening to you. Yeah, man. So many things that we have to put on the table this evening. So many things. And one of the biggest disappointment in Jamaica right now is the young man that has been unalived down there in Cherry Tree Lane. And some people are afraid to talk about this matter. I'm not afraid. Fitzy, big up yourself. Yes, man, we've been safe. We're doing our best to stay safe. A lot of people were guessing where we were yesterday. One man actually got it right. Yesterday, we broadcast live from the Spice Island of Grenada. Grenada is beautiful, Fitzroy. I don't know if you ever been to Grenada before. Really beautiful. It reminds me of Port Antonio. Reminds me of Portland. They have the harbor, same way like how we have our harbor. They have twin or maybe triple harbor. It's a small island. So, sea right around. And on Sunday, we took the liberty of driving right around the island. We started at one point, ended up back at that point, and it was a beautiful Sunday afternoon going around the island. Big up to the crew of a Beau Sejour crew, Granville crew. Big up on yourself. Bless up, yes. So we've been going around promoting Portland Spice TV, touching base with people in Grenada. And today we are on a different island. And as I always tell you, I'm not telling you which island we are on until we have left that island. So we were in Grenada. We spent a couple of days in Grenada. We spent a couple of days in Barbados, then to Grenada, then to where we are now. then to another island. It's called the Caribbean Tour, Portland Spice TV Tour in the Caribbean. So, yeah, let's get back to some serious. That island is very, very green and lush. Yeah. Hey, Fitzy, I felt like I was home in Grenada. Yes. Carol, I don't remember if it's you, but a gentleman called. Maybe I missed your message, Carol, but a gentleman called yesterday and said, Grenada. And I said, nah, I tell you what, me there. Yeah, so some people did get it right. And it's who I call now because me go to the call. Hold on, Grand Rising. Hello, good morning, good afternoon. Welcome to the Colin Bell Show. Hello? Hello, good afternoon.
Hello?
We are hearing you, you know. When you call the program, you have to turn off whatever you're listening to me on because there's a big delay. Hello, good afternoon. Hello? Talk to me, man. Hello, good afternoon. I don't know why the caller's not hearing me. Yes, good afternoon. Welcome to the Colin Bell Show. Once you're calling, whatever you're listening to me on, once the phone is ringing, you have to turn that off or else you're going to get a massive feedback. Yes.
Hello?
Yes, caller, go ahead. We're hearing you, man. We heard the caller. But if you're listening to another instrument when you call me, the delay is massive. So once you ring the phone and the phone starts ringing, mute. If you're watching me on a television, you have to mute it. Or if you're watching me on the phone, you have to stop it because there's a delay of about 20 seconds. So you're not going to be able to talk to me while listening to that delay. Jacqueline Mackenzie, good evening to you. Yeah, man. So Grenada, beautiful, lovely, lovely. It reminds me of Port Antonio. As I said, they have the harbor, just like we do in Port Antonio, and it's really nice. Hello, good evening. Welcome to the Colin Bell Show. Yes, sir. Good evening. I'm not. Hello, good evening.
Colin, you here?
Yeah, man. May I hear you, man? Talk to me.
Colin, you here?
Yes, I am hearing you.
Stop here, me I hear. I hear you know.
You not hear me? But me I hear you loud and clear. Why you not hearing me?
Stop here, me I hear. You hear me?
Yes, man, I am hearing you.
Now I hear you know. Something wrong on your side, you know.
Something wrong on my side. I am hearing you loud and clear.
You hear a little scraping on your phone a while ago.
You hear a little scraping a while ago. You hear me now?
Sure.
You heard me now, caller? I am hearing the caller coming through loud and clear. I don't know what is stopping the callers from hearing me, but I'm hearing them loud and clear, well loud. Well loud. Marshy! Marsh! Marshy! Marshy! Hold on, Marshy. Yeah, man, hold on. I am hearing you, but I don't think the callers, the listeners are hearing you now. I don't know what happened to this phone this day of our Lord. You hearing me now, Marshy? Marsh, you hearing me? Marsh, you hearing me now? I don't know why I'm not. The callers seems to not hearing me. I hear them loud and I hear them clearly, but I don't know why they're not hearing me.
Hold on. You are hearing me now?
Yes, man.
Yeah, but not hearing you through the phone.
You're not hearing me through the phone. I don't know what. Hold on, Marshy. Hold on. Just hold on. Let me try something else. Are you hearing me now? Marshy, hearing me?
Yes, I hear you now.
Go ahead.
So you are hearing? Good,
Yes.
good.
Yes,
Tell
man.
me something. You sound like you're on one of the French islands.
Well, I was in Grenada yesterday. I'm not going to tell you where I am at today.
You sound Guadeloupe-ish. Me don't know why.
Well, if you guess right, the next time we are on live, you will know. But I'm not going to tell you where we are. I don't tell people where I'm at when I'm live at the location.
But me don't know why you just sound Guadeloupe-ish, you know. I don't wonder for that make because the phone I use for French, you know.
maybe because I don't know what kind of signal that the phone giving me at all.
I don't know.
But I am hearing you
Anyhow,
now loud and clear, and I'm happy that you are hearing me.
Yeah, because no, yesterday I had a caller having a problem, so I just had to myself, so me try a thing if I feel phone alone. So me just touch base with you. But man, I'm listening to you. And just I listen.
Marshy,
Nah, say nothing.
Hold on, before you go, you saw the thing in Cherry Tree Lane, have you?
Yes, man. Yeah, man.
What are your views, Marshy? What are your thoughts?
Listen me now. I said somewhere else last night. The Prime Minister should say something. No. The commissioner of some police should say something. And I include the leader of the opposition, or if not, the People's National Party. We have to say something. This thing going on too much. Somebody have to speak up. So and let me tell you something. No, me not use your show to big up nobody else. Me not use your show to big up nobody else. Somebody have to talk. Somebody have to talk. The one at Cherry Tree Lane, no man. No excuse not there for this.
It not good at all.
No excuse not there for this. Yeah.
It not look good,
Something
Marshy.
all right.
The young man,
other place.
The video that we saw, if that video is a true video, the young man came out, saw the police, hold up his hands. That man, even if he's a wrongdoer, with what we saw,
even if he's a wrongdoer,
him should have faced a judge, not his maker.
Yes, not his maker. Not his maker. And this is full time. We need to speak up this time. No, let me tell you, Jamaican for Justice put up a famed statement. Me not telling lie. And somebody else taking on the woman that we call them people that public defender.
The human rights people, them?
Human, yes, man. No, you see, like the human rights people, them, and we are talking about some public people who say them speak on current affair and them thing there.
Yeah.
You know, say on current affair and them thing there.
Yeah.
You know, say one set of people them have strength. They talk about the O'Brien Chang. They talk about like one idiot one named George Davis, well, he's a JLP activist. But you talk about Eileen Davis, you talk about Kevin, and then you Kevin O'Brien Chang, then you talk about Nadine Spence. All of them people there, you realize that the PNP, one them have strength. Huh?
Well,
you know, come out, come talk about these things.
Well, we are looking forward to Indicom. Indicom said that the investigation is ongoing, and we're seriously looking forward to Indicom. You have a lot of people out there, you know, who have been saying that there's a death squad in Jamaica.
And the commissioner denied it. And I can tell him he is lying.
Well, I am not going to say he's lying, but we need proof now.
If he's not lying, then make we use words. If he is not lying, him standing.
But
This
that
not
no look safe.
good.
That no look safe, Marshy. Not safe at all.
No, man, it not good. This not good. This clear as the midday sun, man. The man come. Let me tell you something. I gotta say this to you. You know that if a man, by any chance, go in a next man house, do him wife something, kill you all one time pick me, and then him run out of the house, and you run him down, go down the road and catch him and kill him. You know, so you're in trouble.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
Think about it that way.
Yeah, man.
You're in a big trouble. The man was running from you, and you go kill him. You're in a trouble, right? So think about this. This man, say the man a bad man if you want, no? The man come out and hold up him two hand. And when he hold up in two hand, one of the police, you can look into that one of the police as if him put him out of the way.
Yeah.
And pass and go, and then them go in all about the house and then that is it. And we remember the other one, I think it's Magazine Lane, and then take the man out with them to take him and carry him out and put him to kneel down. Then the car, they never know it's a camera there, so you know.
Yeah.
They never know camera there, so and camera catch them. Right?
Yes. Yes.
But it are going to, and this time now, if they want to cover them truck, them all that try to damage the video this time around, you know.
Yes. Yes, we saw that, Marshy. Anyway,
Man.
thanks, my brother.
Well, the commissioner should resign effective immediately, or else the commissioner of police should resign effective immediately. In other jurisdiction, commissioner run before they fire him, you know, because him in charge of those guys, you know.
Then I'll fire him though. He will not be fired in Jamaica.
Jamaica, let me tell you, Jamaica gone to the dog, and these things don't happen here. It can only happen in Jamaica because we all sit back. You see, this, and we have one problem, you know, because the whole Jamaica should have turned upside down from we see this thing. But we all sit back and wait till it reach food. I go wait till it reach food doorstep, you know.
Yeah, crime is never wicked until it reaches your doorstep. Because we keep forgetting that we are supposed to be our brother's keeper. Thank you, Brother Marsh.
Bless up yourself, man. Good.
876-804-7072. Auntie Alison Thomas says she live in Grenada. Morning, good afternoon. Sam.
Good afternoon. Yeah, man, good afternoon.
Wagwan.
You know, I would love for you to do.
You'd love to what?
Jamaica favor. I would love for you to Jamaica favor. Try get Damian Crawford to clear up this mess.
What mess?
That's going around.
What mess?
The mess that he take money from the JLP to challenge. He need to come out.
No, we need to have some respect for Damian. We need to have some respect for Damian. Damian take money from which Andrew Holness. Damian, did tell anybody that, Sam?
No, but the bloggers, them have the years kind of blogger.
Then if labor right bloggers, Sam, if labor right bloggers come out.
If a lie being tell and the person be quiet, it sound like a tuna. If
Sam,
a lie being tell.
Sam, you know one of the reasons why I don't keep friends?
Yeah.
Because if me and you are friend, and you supposed to know me, and somebody come and tell you, say, Shaka Fame, go in a bar, stretch over the counter, and take up 2 guineas and walk out. And you are my friend and you hear that. And you can't say, no, my friend, nah, do that.
Yeah.
That's why I may not keep friend. Okay. I am going to tell you that Damian Crawford not take no money from Andrew Holness.
But we most people know.
Then if you don't know one, then if you don't know one, talk about Damian must come.
What I know. We know that not going on, right? But when the lies are being told and people quiet, right, and don't do nothing about it, right? It's a pile up. Become effective.
Let me tell you something.
And that's what And that's what they want.
Let me tell you this, brother.
That's what they, yeah.
Sam.
Because remember now, Damien go on Cliffy's program, right? And the question was asked, and he never kill it.
Which question was
Right?
asked on Cliff Hughes' program?
That he going to challenge
Mark Golin.
Mark Golin.
No, that's a different argument from take money from Andrew Wellness. That's a different argument you're bringing now, Sam. Give me them one by one, and then you come with that one there, I can address that for you. You understand? Let's stick with the one about the money. Damien not take no money from Andrew Wellness. Andrew Wellness can't even offer Damien Crawford money to run against Mark Golin. That's rubbish. Now, if Cliff Hughes asks Damien, hold on, what did Cliff Hughes ask Damien?
I just hear, I don't know if it's AI, I just hear a interview with playing on a blogger program. Asking that if he going to challenge, plan to challenge Mark Golin.
And Damien no answer.
And Damien never say, yes, I know.
Then you want to ask me if me ever challenge Mark Golin? Ask me.
No. If you're going to challenge Mark Golin.
You have a next question, Sam?
No, that's the problem. Silent give consent, no.
So, let me ask you this. You think Damien Crawford have ambition?
Yes.
So, if Damien Crawford tell Cliff Hughes, say, no, I'm not going to challenge Mark Golin. And 6 years from now, in challenge Mark Golin, Cliff Hughes will come back and say, you're a liar because you did say you're not challenging.
But that is 6 years from now.
Yeah, but it's still 6 years from now. We are living in a digital age. All Cliff Hughes have to type in is the date of that interview and bring up back that when him saying they got a challenge. You understand? So some questions you don't answer.
No, that is 6 years from now.
But all right. Suppose at this stage, him not feel like him or challenge him. And him say no. And 4 years from now, him decides him or challenge. Cliff Hughes are going to use it against him. So silent should never be misinterpreted. The man no answer.
Yeah, but you know, if Damien did say no, all these 10, 15 bloggers and TikTok all
let me tell you something,
would
sir.
be quiet.
Let me tell you something. You have to understand this. You have a lot of bloggers out there now, and that's why I tell you now. I am not a blogger nor a vlogger. I'm a broadcaster. Because you have a whole heap of bloggers out there now who look content. Content them a look, them desperate. Them don't know what to come on and say. Them not have nothing to come on and say. Them run out of lyrics. So them a look something for jump on pan Sam. Damien Crawford.
But you know that when there's a propaganda spreading in around a political
So
arena.
what about this propaganda that no, not even a propaganda, because we get information that there are 3 different sectors in the GLP right now jockeying to become prime minister if Andrew Wellness lose the case. Why we don't discuss that, which is more relevant to Jamaica's operation right now?
Remember the people, the PMP bloggers and PMP station not done business with that. So you're not going to get feed here, right? Make sure something. If PMP says something, you remember going say something about the press in Canada?
Yeah, in US. I think it was in the US.
Canada, man. Canada. I think Canada indeed.
Yeah, all right. Whichever.
You look at your society come down and him along with the media. And look how much time you hear Warmington, you hear JP people say it. You hear anybody come down for him more than so.
All right, I understand you. But I'm going to take our next call, Sam. Big up yourself.
Man. Respect.
All right. Damian Crawford is a man, one of the men why I take on representational politics seriously. And no guy can offer Damian money to do what him no want to do. Go ahead, caller. Good evening. Welcome.
Colin,
Yes.
them produce them come there. We are listening to some of them fast news that they listen too much to nationwide.
Yeah, man.
They make nationwide tell them anything and then run with it. Because you know, they more if you put them confident more sleep in a nationwide news more than listen to them one people where know better.
Yeah.
Nationwide is a propaganda station. They work for the government, so they will say anything to split up the party.
Yeah, man. They are looking something now because they realize that at this stage, the PNP is a solid contender for anything. If anything ever go down right now, the PNP is ready. So therefore, they want to sow some disunity in the People's National Party.
Right. And them started from the beginning because them see the trend in them see the strength of the PNP is high, past 100%. And that them are trying to cut back. And them idiot, me that call me, you see my comment with them, I tell you, them is that idiot, them fool, and they come like them walk for they done slavery right there. They feel more sense.
Yeah, man.
Full of rumor, man. Stop full of rumor. Him have confidence in a Damien, because Damien a fool.
But caller, what we need to be talking about right now is what is happening in the GLP.
Right now.
You know what here what happening at the GLP? We have scoop for you know. The case that is in the court, the case that Paul Buchanan brought to the court against Andrew Holness is causing serious disunity in the GLP right now.
Me know.
No, there are 3 different factions in the GLP right now saying that if Andrew Holness is to leave the parliament, because if the court rule in favor of Paul Buchanan, Andrew Holness will have to leave the parliament for a while and go back. I don't think the court is going to hand the constituency to Paul Buchanan. What the court is going to do if they find favor with what Paul Buchanan has filed, they are going to send it back to a re-election. So they might do over the election. So what the court may do, and let me just make it clear, what the court can do, might do, if they find favor with Paul Buchanan's submission, is have a by-election. So Andrew would have to leave the parliament and go run in a by-election. Now what we are hearing is that is hell and powder also over there, because people are already jockeying to become prime minister even for a month. And that's the problem there. When I talk about Damian, the GLP is trying to distract all of you. They can't distract this man because you have on blinkers and look upon what is happening in Jamaica. That's why I leave the country for a little while, you know, because them say when you're too close to the forest, you can't see the tree. So I leave for a little bit, up on a Caribbean tour and I look in.
They can't distract me. Coming up fool and idiot like that, like some people.
All right.
Stop listen to them and have confidence in your party and the people that were in there.
There's also a worry that if the court decide to do the one division, which is a PNP division,
it's still dead.
They are saying that, well, my information, I had a discussion with Conrad O'Brien this morning, and what Conrad heard is that Babsy going to resign and give Andrew the seat. My information is that Desmond McKenzie is willing to step down to give Andrew the seat.
Really? So, believe other one they end up with a take.
But there are people who want to become prime minister, and there is no guarantee that those persons would step down immediately as Andrew return. I said to Obi this morning, they don't need to step down. What needs to happen is that once Andrew win him seat and come back, a letter would be written to the Governor General to say that Andrew Holness have the most support in the parliament. But hear this, that came up in the discussion this morning. If that person who becomes prime minister decide that they're going to link up with the PNP, and them have 10 from the GLP, and the PNP decide to vote for them, dog, Niamanjo supper. Because what the Constitution says is not from the GLP side or the PNP side, is anybody who have the biggest support in the parliament becomes prime minister. So is that bangarang we need to be talking about?
Don't talk about PMP and foolishness.
Little more, my brother.
Yeah, my respect.
Bless up. So they are trying to distract and draw wool over people's face. We are seeing what is happening, and we are getting the information on what is happening in Jamaica right now. President.
Yeah, man, I try to reach about.
Hold on, the president. Don't move. Don't move, president. Don't move a muscle. Don't move a muscle, because seems like one of them card there are giving different. You hear me now, president?
I hear loud and clear, you know.
Yes, man.
Yeah, you hear me?
Yes, man. Loud and clear.
Yeah.
One.
Yeah, I was saying to you that no, I was calling from Sam on it to tell Sam say a 9-day chat that, you know. So just left that alone about there, man, and let me focus more on the future.
Yes.
Instead of right. But then the other thing, we get a news this afternoon here.
Yeah.
A clip, as a matter of fact, for a partner over Canada then. Send it to me. So they're trying to get, they start up a banger and I try to defeat the councillor for up Fury Hill.
No, these are the things that.
Well on, in getting a writing, you know. And you know, film position, right?
Come again. Yes.
Him getting a writing because he say when I'll send it to me.
That are the man that are full friend over Canada there.
Yes.
Yes.
So he's getting a writing so that the Prime Minister is trying to get the councillor to resign.
Yeah.
Because they want to put action in the position. And then if action gets in the position, this is why it get to him. If action gets in that position, they more have majority and then rule. They take the mayorship and give to her.
And
so
then
action then can get Boston Beach and all of them activities where they want to do.
And then action going to become mayor.
Yes. That's the literature we get since evening.
We hear the argument.
You know.
We hear the argument, but I'm telling you that I don't believe it. We hear it a different way. We hear it only per way. We hear that it is the councillor from Fury Hill that going to step down. We hear that it is the mayor that is going to leave. I don't know.
No, but what he said, he got the understanding that the councillor is rebelling.
Which one are the councillor? The one from Fury Hill?
The Fury Hill councillor is rebelling, saying now step down. So the suggestion is that step down, they have a by-election.
Yeah.
And she will run.
Well, we hear that kind of argument. But
so if we learn it stronger, bro, we send a clip to you. As soon as I send it to me, we send a clip to you.
Yeah. Well, all right.
Yes, sir. All right, sir.
Oh, it's not last week? We're supposed to be on Caribbean Radio this week? All right, pass up the other. He thought it was last week too. I thought so too. Why, I tell you something, Prezi. We never set up for Caribbean Radio today at all, because our information is that last week would have been our final Wednesday. on Caribbean radio. But then we just get a call that we're supposed to be on Caribbean radio today. So we still like that. So we're going to try. We're going to hook up. We're going to hook up and make certain we get Caribbean radio up and going. Yeah, man. We just have put it up. Yeah, man. So we are get it together. All right. So we are going to be ready in. Hold on. We are going to be ready in a minute. So we should be on Caribbean radio now. So let me just welcome. Yeah, man, we're on Caribbean radio right now. So let me welcome the viewers and listeners on Caribbean Radio HD as we come to you live from another Caribbean country. I mean, yesterday, President, the president there. President. Hold on there. Eh? Hold on there. President. Yeah, man, we're supposed to hear. President, where there? Him hang up? Look like President hang up. Oh, him hang up. God, we know we should I hear him same way. 876-804-7072. You can call with straight or you can call with live. We told you yesterday we were in a Caribbean island and a lot of people were wondering and guessing on which Caribbean island we were. Yeah, so yesterday evening we came to you from the Spice Island of Grenada. Yeah, man. So we spread the wings, all right? Let's take a call on the 876. Hello, good evening. Welcome to Colin Bell Show. Good evening.
Good night, sir. One thing I want to say, our people must stop listening to stupid people on different stations. Listen to our radio station, our supporters. They're only distracting from what really going on with Andrew and the JLP party. Right? And that's all they're trying to do. So our people must only listen to our people, not the JLP, that Big Mama, what her name is. What's her name is.
Is who you call Big Mama?
The slabby looking man from what they call it? What is this? I never watch it, but I listen to what other people say.
Don't Bradley I talk about.
Yeah, that slabby man. Him look like something out of like the living dead, but he's talking about stupid things, and they all believe in it. I don't know, my black people is so stupid. When we were poor and using bacalam, we wasn't that stupid.
Well, I tell people all the while that people believe lies easier than how they believe the truth, you know.
And that is true, sir.
People believe lies so easy. And then the truth, they find it difficult to accept the truth and believe the truth.
They cannot accept the truth. They tell a man a lie, and he would believe it. Tell a man the truth, and he said, it's not so. But all I can say for my people, stop listening to Big Slabby Mama and just listen to our people. Nobody else.
Listen to Caribbean Radio, 97.9 HD4.
Listen, it's five of you people I listen to. You, Lonesome, Mystic, Out of the Press, and the other station. I do not listen to nothing to do with Big Slabby Mama. And the others that talking, they get paid to talk. They get $50,000 a month. If I did get $50,000 a month to do something wrong, my conscience, I wouldn't do it. But I brought up by my grandmother.
Yeah.
Don't do any wrong in life. My grandmother, we used to roast dumpling for dinner. And she always said, be satisfied with what you got.
Yes.
Don't put your eyes too big.
Yes.
For what you cannot afford. Anyway, thank you, sir.
Thank you for the call.
Yeah.
876-804-7072. We're live on Caribbean Radio 97.9 HD4. And I remind you to Check out my social media angle, you know. I am on Facebook, me dey on Instagram, me dey on X, me dey on YouTube, Portland Spice TV at YouTube. Please give me a subscribe. Me dey on TikTok. My TikTok angle is Shaka Fame. SHACKAFAME. Now, in Portland, and I don't believe it. Let me just say this before. I don't believe the rumors that are going around in Portland saying that the former member of parliament wants to become mayor. That is rubbish. I don't believe it. I'm not going to act like I believe it. I have heard the argument, but I don't think the former MP going to take a demotion. So, people, stop the rubbish. Paulette Lewis says she heard it too. Yes, I heard them saying that she going to go a mansion, he'll go run to become mayor. I don't think the former MP is so desperate. And labor rights, we don't need to stop it. Comrades, if I want to push that, stop it. We don't downgrade the lady thing. The lady bigger than that. MP, she said. That's our thing there. And I have not heard a word from the former member of parliament of East Portland since the election. I don't think that lady even going back into politics. I don't even think so. If you'd ask me what I think she's done with the politics, with this kind of disappointment. But Portland is set to take off. Portland is ready. Manchanil, where them mash up. Who mash up Manchanil, Nadi? Well, after what transpired on September 3rd, Colin, I don't put anything past them. Lord gosh. You might be surprised. Oh, Paul, what you know that I don't know? Desperate times call for desperate measures. Ah, Tala! I'm reading the message them in the chat room. Desperate times call for desperate measure. Isa told her she not getting Rosalie. Why, Nadia, we said we must read it good. Nadia, I can't read that. Oh, you want me to read that pan here? Cannot read that one. But Darrell said Anne-Marie going to look after her grandchildren. That is what I heard from the big man. That is, well, him said them have them grandchildren. Him say him don't know what she was going to do. That's what I heard him telling Big Mama. And I played that interview here where him say him don't know what she are going to do. Him don't know what she plan. But I want to talk about serious matters this afternoon. Those of you who have saw the video from Cherry Tree Lane, is that me want to talk about. Is that me come about this evening. What is happening in Jamaica? We saw a video, Brother Gary, with some policemen go to a house down at Cherry Tree Lane. They knocked on the door and a young man came out, opened the door, and when they opened the door and see police, they been put up him hand and stepped to the side. Minutes after, the young man has been unalived. Now, questions are being asked right across. How was that young man unalived after coming out of the house and put up him hand? Now you'd remember the Prime Minister said that when the police come for you, if you challenge the police, you're going to meet. When the police come for you, if you get trouble, you must either meet a judge or meet your maker. Now, I don't really have much problem with that kind of argument there. Because if you take on the police, then you must meet your maker. But no matter what kind of criminal you are, if police come and you put up your hand and surrender, the only person you must meet is the judge. So we are really concerned about what is happening in Jamaica. It is about 220 persons that has been unalived since 2025 by our security forces. Now, a lot of questions are being asked if some of this is extrajudicial killings or if all these unalivement is justified by the police. We have asked for our police officers to be given body cameras, and that these body cameras must be worn by the police officers. And I tell you, those of you who voted back for the GLP must know why we not do so. And I am still ready to listen to anybody who vote for the GLP to tell me why. Because Horace Chang tried to tell us that body camera is not going to work. Caller, good evening. Welcome to the Colin Bell Show.
Yes, sir, Colin. Blessings, man.
Wagwan.
A few months ago, I called in and I said, yes, sir, the amount of killing that are KILLING that is happening with the law enforcement are the officers being taken off front line and, go through a psychiatric evaluation, or, what is the process when an officer take someone's life, lawfully or unlawfully.
Yeah, I
Because
remember
I
the call.
Even in a situation where a criminal attack them and them take the life of the criminal, some process must be in place for that individual, right?
Yes.
And if we almost reach 250, and let us assume that that process is in place, we should at least have about 250 police officers that are currently either under review, after frontline duty, going to a psychiatrist, or something to that effect, right?
Yes.
And we still haven't heard anything. Indicom come out all the time. Jamaica for Justice come out all the time. Now, if these officers are being asked to go back on the road 2 weeks, 1 week, 3 days after they have taken the life of someone, wrongfully or rightfully, then personally, I don't think we can blame these officers, because what we may have on our hand are would I want to say animals, like, because you're a soldier, Colin, right?
Yeah, and people are going through trauma.
I have never taken the life of an individual, but I can only assume, I can only imagine that if you take the life of someone, your frame of mind must change.
Yes, man.
You understand?
Yeah, man.
Your frame of mind, and if you constantly, let us say one officer or a team of officers so far have taken maybe 20 lives and are still out there on the front line duty, what type of mental state are they in?
Let me tell you something.
When them say,
let me tell you something. And good evening, Mama Joy. If you take one life, you're going to have a problem. You're going to come under mental attack. Some people vomit. Some people take sick. Some people mash up for days. But when you take two, it get a little easier. And when you take three, you start not feel no way, and when you go 4, it becomes the norm. I remember when you called and asked what happened when these policemen do that thing there. And I could not answer you because I wasn't sure. Back in the day, they would have been taking our frontline duty, see the chaplain and see a psychiatrist. I am hoping that that is still happening. In the case...
And Colin, we are talking about rightfully or wrongfully. It doesn't matter
Yeah, man.
situation,
Rightfully or wrongfully. Once that happens, they take your frontline duty. You meet with the chaplain, you meet with counselors, you see the psychiatrists or the psychologists. All of that happen.
Because if you find that someone is out there, as you say, would have had 10 dopey, quote unquote dopey, and they are comfortable. The leader of the JCF should look into himself and say, boy, maybe we need to assess this individual, because this man not showing any sign of whether it be remorse or any signs of being affected. And then you also have to look at him to wonder what type of frame of mind is he in.
Yes.
You understand? And I may beg you, Colin, because we can't just say the police them are wicked, the police them are wicked. If a man take a life and is expected to return to work 2 days later, 3 days later, 1 week later, and go on another operation, you understand?
Yeah.
I don't believe we should be blaming the officers, because the officer is not in the right frame of mind to carry out his duty as expected by the law.
Yes.
And I don't hear any, because we have over 200 unaliving. So are we saying that there are over 200 officers that are currently off the frontline duty? I don't believe that.
Well, and then it depends on how long you're off, because remember now we are in the ninth month of the year, so you could get off and be back on the job by now, though.
If Colin, if you could have, know we have a lot of things because there's so much things happening, but if we could have get an idea as to what is the process, how long is an officer taking off the frontline duty for psychiatric evaluation before them put on back them uniform and go back out, maybe them get a desk job for the meantime, because you don't know, we shot. So maybe a man can go and work in the office, write up some report. Because when you watch movie and them thing there, so it go.
Yeah.
A man do up some report and then check him out. If him forget medication, him get medication. If him do this, him do this. And then maybe after 3 months, them write him up and say, yeah, this man ready to go back on the work.
Yeah.
Is that being done in the JCF?
We're going to find out.
I really love to get some answers. Are we dealing with people who are not in a mental state to deal with the civilized, or are we dealing with men who are so cool and accustomed to taking life that it is becoming the norm? Because this situation, this young man, I clearly believe that those men just in a frame of mind where, you know what I mean? It's strange as to what happened in this situation. It's very strange.
And we are hearing we are hearing a lot of things on the ground, my brother, as it relates to that killing. Some of them I can't repeat on the channel right now, but it's a whole heap of things being said out there about that killing, and we need to look into it. Thank you for the call, though.
Yeah, man. Bless up, man.
Blessings, my brother. You see, Jamaicans abroad and Jamaicans on the ground, we have to start take them things serious. We cannot have police officers who are acting as judge and jury. Al, yeah, man, can I call you back now? I would say in another 5 minutes, because I'm actually on right now. What time you're good? Ten minutes is good. 10 minutes is good. All right. Yeah, man. All right. So that was Al Edwards, listeners and viewers who we are supposed to talk to this evening. Somebody who understands the Jamaican figures as it relates to the Jamaican economy. So we're going to be talking to him at 10 minutes after, let's say 5 minutes after 6 o'clock. That is US time. 5 minutes after 5 o'clock in Jamaica. And where we are now, our time mesh with the United States time. And as I said to you, we were in Grenada yesterday. We came to you from the Spice Island of Grenada. And I can't stop talking how beautiful Grenada is. The island is out of this world. The people are wonderful. Very friendly people. Caller, nothing is wrong with these police officers. They are habitual, now called a word from the imperial. Listen, let me tell you something. We have to get to a stage that we start demand accountability. And you know which part this all break down? This all break down when our politicians are allowed to get away with everything that they do. Then we lose the whole sense of holding people accountable. Good evening, caller. Welcome to the Colin Bell Show. We're
Good
live
evening.
on Caribbean Radio.
Yes. Blessed Shaka, good evening, sir. Always doing a tremendous work, you know.
Thank you.
But yeah, man, Grenada, blessed island, Shaka. I love down there.
Yeah, you
But yeah,
love
me
it
know
too?
Shaka. Yeah, man, me used to down there, man, because I used to work on cruise ship and me used to travel there all over Johnson Hill, all over the whole of them place, staying up, Shaka. You know,
But
the
does
whole of
cruise
them
ship
place.
come to Grenada?
Yeah, man.
Yeah? When? How often?
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Well, it's some small ship that come into the port right there. So there's a port right there, and especially close to where all the bus them line up with going up the hill,
Oh,
and
you
they
mean
call
down
up
in
there
St.
Johnson
George's?
Hill. Yeah, yes,
Oh, okay.
yeah. Yeah, man. Cruise ship come there, man. We used to work on what they call it Steven Crown. Steven Crown used to go there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, man.
Talk to me.
Yeah, man. But you're a shocker. You know, say, I can remember under the Jamaica Labour Party, if there is a police officer ever charged for a crime, Shaka, and we can countless the amount of crime these police officers has done under the Jamaica Labour Party, but I cannot recall any one of them has been charged and sentenced, Shaka. Because I remember that police officer who killed that 15-year-old girl in his car and tried to blame it on another man, says him do it. He get 20 years and the case was retried and the next judge, set him free and ordered him to go back to work right away.
I don't remember this
You
case you're
understand?
talking about. What case you're talking about?
Yes, man. This happened somewhere in Westmoreland, they say, Shaka. This happened in Westmoreland where the boyfriend killed his girlfriend and trying to blame it on another friend in his own car. And when they find him, they find out that he's the one that do it. And he was sentenced. You understand me?
Yeah.
But the case was called back by a different lawyer and a different judge set him free. You understand me?
Yeah.
These are some of the things that are going on at the Jamaica Labour Party. Also, Shaka, this is something I wanted to look into me for. Because as a man who traveled to Jamaica, we need to know this. Is it true that when a police officer stops you in Jamaica, you have no right to question him? What crime have you committed? It is a law in Jamaica. You understand me? So these are some of the things that we need to know as a citizen who travel back and forth to Jamaica, because we need to know when we get caught up with the law, what are we dealing with down there? You understand me? So these are some of the things that I would love for you to check out, and if you could highlight, we are educate we about that we know our rights when we are in Jamaica. You understand me?
That is the plan, my brother, to educate the people, to ensure that the people know their
Right.
rights and know what is happening and
Mhm.
how it is supposed to happen, because too much advantage has been taken of
Yes.
our people, brother.
Also, if you go to the bank, Shaka, you draw some money, regardless of or not, and you have the receipt to show it, does the police officer have right to take it away from you and tell you to come to the station?
All right, let me tell you the first thing. In Jamaica, it is illegal to have $1 million or upwards in cash.
Okay,
Once you don't have $1 million, the police don't have the right to trouble your money, brother.
okay.
You understand?
So then you are saying that it is possible that particular individual, it could be over $1 million. Then that's why they took it.
The thing is that the bank is not gonna give you over $1 million in cash either. But let's say you go to the bank and you draw 999,000, and you did have 100,000 in your vehicle already. Then you have over $1 million. So once you have over $1 million in cash, that is illegal. You have to now give account for it, how you get it. But if you can show how you get it too, you know.
But this is what I'm saying. If you can show how you get it, then I don't think the police have no right to take it from you and tell you that you must come to the station.
Yeah, no.
To talk about it.
Well, as I said, though, you know, if you have over $1 million, them can carry you to the station.
Right. See, we need to know certain things in law because there are certain laws in Jamaica that a lot of us don't even know about, and we need to educate about some of these things and that we are facing, going to face down there. You understand me? Because to be honest with you, I think there's a lot of advantage that's taken against the citizens down there when they come out to the police office. I mean, them advocate for the police to get raised. No, I don't think they deserve no raise right now.
You know something, though, Carla? And, you know, as I said that to you a while ago, that you're not supposed to have more than $1 million in cash. If you're coming to Jamaica from the United States, you're allowed to have $9,999 US.
Right.
And you don't have to declare it to customs. But 999,000 US. $9,999 US is more than $1 million Jamaican dollars by far.
More than $1 million. Hello? Exactly.
No.
So you see the country right there.
Yeah, so we have to look at these things, you know. We really have to look at these things.
So they need to shuffle the book back and know what they want to do. What law you're passing, because the law is very contrary.
And that is why we have to now look at who we're putting in the parliament, because members of parliament primary role, and a lot of people don't know, you know, that the main work of an MP is to be a legislature, meaning these are the people who make the laws that governs the people of Jamaica. So that is their main responsibility, you know. And these laws are becoming outdated and obsolete, and they're not fixing it. As you heard me play yesterday, when I play Arbin Hill, talking about the procurement guidelines in Jamaica and that they are outdated, and when those procurement guidelines were put in place, somebody think that every Jamaican a thief. And we forget that this man has been in the parliament as a senator in the upper house for about 9 years. And them not change them law about them, or complain about them. What kind of country we're running?
Right, Shaka, it rough. And these are some of the things that will turn away people from coming to the country, because if these are some of the things that we have to go on to, it doesn't make no sense. Just like I was listening to this gentleman we're talking about how this customer officer take away cookies, 3 pack of cookies from a man. Why are you taking the cookies? Come on, man. Come on.
Irene is saying if $1 million is found in any home, that person should be taken in for questioning. That's what the law says. That's what the law says.
Yeah, but I'm saying, what I'm saying, but even so, if the person can give account for the $1 million, what they are going to do with it, why are you taking him into custody? And this is what you were just saying, you know, Shaka. And you know the funny thing, this is what you were saying, that if you bring $9,999, that is more than $1 million. So why, if you find $1 million Jamaican dollar in my house, you want to lock me up? That means that we shouldn't carry 9,000 US then back in Jamaica. Then.
Yeah, that's why I said the law is obsolete. But give thanks for the call, my brother.
Yeah, man. Blessed. Yes, sir.
One love. All right, so I'm going to get... well, let me have another call. Let me just take this call and then I'm going to get Al Edwards a talk. Hello, good evening. Hello, good evening.
Mr. Fame,
where I say you? big up yourself. Wow, talk to me.
Yeah, I mean, you say you're there Grenada yesterday.
Respect, man. That's where we were yesterday. Yes. In the Spice Island of Grenada. Yeah, man.
Yeah.
But we have left Grenada. So as we move on, we'll tell you where we were. So Saturday morning, we will tell you where we are now. And we might do a show before Saturday morning. So if you have not yet subscribed to Portland Spice TV, make sure you subscribe and click the notification bell, because we might pop up tomorrow evening from a different island again. So we'll be able to tell you where we are now.
Yeah.
Big up yourself, man.
Yeah, man. Big up yourself. Continue to enjoy life, you know.
Well, we are work still, but we have to enjoy life. Life is for living. We have to live it up. Big up yourself. All right. So yesterday I told you that I made contact with this brethren here. This brethren here asked the question. This brethren was the man who asked the question about who. Hold on, let me just do this. This is the man who asked Favor Williams the question. And we want to talk to him because a lot of people are talking about what it will cost if the government goes ahead. Al, good evening.
Good evening. How do you do?
I'm fine, thanks. Welcome to Caribbean Radio 97.9 HD4. We cover the largest area in Florida as any one radio station, sir.
Glad to be on the show.
Beautiful. Now, Al, I told my listeners yesterday evening that you were coming on because you popped a question in the debate. You were one of the questioners in the financial debate.
Indeed, I was.
Yes, and you asked the Minister of Finance that the bill for cutting the income tax take, because they are taking 25% now from people earning upwards of $6 million, I think, and they are going to cut that to 15%.
15%
right.
on a phase basis, yes.
And you said it would cost the government how much?
Roughly, I place it at around 130, 135 billion dollars.
The minister told you that it would cost $25 billion. Where did you?
I didn't really see that. Let's take a look at the budget, right? For 2025, 2026.
Please.
You're looking at $1.26 trillion in total expenditure.
Yes.
Right? So then you have, out of that, you have 949.5 billion in tax revenue.
Yes.
Right? So, and then you have 139.8, say 149 billion in non-tax revenue.
Yes.
So if you're going to reduce it by, if you're going to say to reduce income tax to 15%,
right,
over a phase basis in a third term, where's that going to come from? I mean, even today we saw that we can't really cover our imports of vastly outpacing our
export.
Our exports. We saw the figures today. I believe it was for January to May.
Yeah.
So you think in that time, where are they going to generate the revenues from? Where are they going to, and how much is that going to cost?
But the question the question I want to put to you though, Al, where did you get your figure from? I broke it down.
I just broke it down basically from the tax revenues that they're drawn.
Right.
So you have 949.5 in tax revenue.
Yeah.
Okay. So you want to reduce that by 15%.
By 10%.
Right. By 10%. Right.
Mm-hmm.
You've got to make out your debt. Your debt. You've got to make out your debt payments as well.
Yes.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So you've got to make out your debt payments in that time as well.
Mm-hmm.
Where's your revenue going to come from to cover that? In order to cover the gaps, And then I broke it down over a period over, I believe it was, I think over 5 years, and
Yes.
I came up with that figure. So I mean, so if you reduce what you have now by 10%, and you do that over the term of the next government, 5 years, that's how I worked it to.
Yeah.
And
So
it left me with about 100. But my thing is, how are you going to pay for that? That's really it. My thing is now, I think they may have to recalibrate that number. And I also believe that they probably have to revise those expectations. I mean, what we have to do, what Jamaica has to do is grow now. The economy has to grow.
But before you go to growth, because there's another question I have for you. But what did you think about the answer that the minister gave you in the debate?
Well, I thought about it, and a lot of people have asked questions, and what she said, and she may be right, and she said was that she didn't say it was herself. She said that her experts,
the technocrats,
and she may be right. She may be right on that. But I think they have to go away and revise that number. Now, I think they did revise it 2 days later.
Yeah.
If I'm not correct. Yeah, they did come up with a revision 2 days later.
And how much did they say it was going to cost at that time?
I can't recall exactly what it was. But the minister was on Dion Jackson Miller's show, and they came up with a revision. But I think that they really have to take a closer look at that.
We crunched the figures, Al. We crunched the figers. And here is how we crunch the figures. The income from income tax is about $330 billion. That's what the government gets from that each year by collecting 25%. Now, if you divide that and get 1%, what is 1% of that $330 billion? That gives you about $13 billion.
13 billion, that's right.
And you're going to take 10% less. So now you multiply that $13 billion by 10. And you get $130 billion.
That's right. That's how I did it on the back of an envelope. Exactly what I came to.
Right. So how can it then cost $25 billion?
Yes, that is way off the mark. And then I think Julian Robinson made a point that he said it was probably going to be
90
realistically in excess. Yeah, about 90 billion.
Right.
Which is a far cry from 20 billion. But again, she said that's the advice she got from her technocrats. So maybe I think they've got to go back to the drawing board, because you just did the back of the envelope calculation, which I did.
Yes.
And I came to that. That was the conclusion I drew, about $130, $125 billion.
Well, we talk to Ralston Ayman on a regular basis. So that's how we look at these figures.
Ralston is very accurate, and I think he's a good analyst.
But yesterday, Hal, I watched you yesterday at the press conference, and you asked the minister, how is he going to grow the Jamaican economy? Are you satisfied with the answer you got yesterday?
I don't think he had enough time to go into it. I can't sit there and say he's going to give me an answer in probably 2 minutes. I'm sure he tried his best. But for me, the most important thing for Jamaica at this time now is economic growth. I mean, we average growth of the last 10 years of 0.8%, right? That's, I mean, for the last, if you think about it. So we have to probably triple, or even we do that 4 times over to be realistic, to be where we have to get to. And my question is, how are we going to do that?
I want to play, hold on, Hal. I want to play for my listeners the question you asked yesterday. Hold the line for me.
Certainly.
Luke Douglas from Grenada. Can you comment on how the NSIPP
registry
is working?
Hold on, down. That's not. Yeah, let's go now.
Minister, one of the things you've constantly stressed is the importance of exports in growing the economy. Now you're back as minister and the government is in for another term. What do you, or how do you want to spur that growth? I mean, you've insisted on it, and you've also insisted. One of the things you always said was that, well, our populations are small. You can't really grow with a population of just 3 million. You've got to look outward. You've said it consistently. But what do you want to do now to ensure that you can really put your foot on the accelerator in that regard?
Al is not my friend, and
So, just wanted to remind the people of the question that you asked yesterday. Mm-hmm.
Yes.
What do you think about the answer?
As I said, I think it's hard for him to really go into details in the time and in a forum like this. I mean, if I recall his answer, he was talking about agriculture and certain things, which on the surface it's the way to go. But really, one of the things I know about Senator Auburn Hill, he has constantly talked about we have to export more, and he's right. We're a population of 3 million. Our income per capita is too small at about 7,000. It's far too small. So we have to be looking outwards. We have to generate more export. We have to be more productive. And I think that's the key that's the key we haven't found to unlock the Jamaican economy over the decades. How do we grow exports? How do we pick economic winners? How do we self-sustain ourselves? Also, during the debate, you may recall, I asked a question, how are we going to reduce our food importation bill?
Yes.
I mean, we're spending over $800 million on energy, right?
No, we're spending over $1 billion on energy for the year.
Well, I think, sorry, I saw the figure for today for between January and May.
Right, so you're talking about a shorter period.
Short term, exactly, but it's over $1 billion. So we're spending $1 billion, we're spending over $1 billion on energy. We're spending over $1 billion on food, and we're a $20 billion economy. So basically, if you think about it, 20% of the economy is going to pay for food and energy. Yeah, if you think about it,
There's a saying, Hal, that we're not journalists, which Al Edwards, my listeners and viewers, is a journalist. When a journalist asks a question, 90% of the times we know the answer. So when you asked that question yesterday, let me pick your brain. What were you expecting to hear?
Well, I was expecting that they were going to turn their focus now into a particular manner of getting that growth, that they had a plan to get us to that growth. That's really what I thought he would basically say. But then again, they could have a plan because he came out of a cabinet meeting the day before, but maybe he didn't want to divulge it to the public just yet. But I know one thing, I know that he is particularly interested and particularly driven to get us that growth. I know that. I've spoken to him on it. But I've also said that over the coming years, that has to be something. I mean, I think the economy was stymied to a great degree by COVID over the last 5 years and having to recover from that. But now, going forward now, and with the government having this mandate, it has to be the focus of growing the economy, putting infrastructure measures in place. The social capital of Jamaica needs to be developed. I mean, last week, I'm not too sure if you are aware, but we had heavy rainfall for about 3.5 hours, and it practically washed away the city of Kingston.
Oh, yes.
So what does that tell you?
But Al, what I want to ask you, this administration has been in place for the last 9 years. In 2016, they had promised us 5% growth in 4 years. The 4 years will be 2019 before COVID came into effect. They have not managed to grow the economy by even 2% since that. What would now let you believe that they are going to be able to grow this economy?
Because I think people's patience have run out, and I think they're going to hold the government to account. They gave them a chance because the people of Jamaica gave them a chance, and they have the mandate. But I don't think you can rest on your laurels, and I think that's the whole point. But just for the betterment of Jamaica, the economy has to grow. It cannot be another 4 or 5 years of stagnation, no growth, the same way of approaching business. We can't continue like this. We have to now grow the economy.
But why have they
And
failed, Al? Why have they not been able to grow the economy since? I mean,
well,
hold on, Al. Hold on. You said in the debate that the IMF said that Jamaica's growth has been 0.8% for the last decade.
Yes, that's right. Yes.
What caused this failure?
I think, are you asking me personally?
Yeah, tell me.
Yeah, well, I honestly think it was, I don't think we tried new ways of growing the economy. I think we're a little bit reticent. I think we relied too much on probably tourism and remittances, which basically it's not something, it's not productive. It's not really truly productive. I think we are dependent on other factors for those things. And I think that's really what it was. And I just think also as well, we lost 3 financial years because of COVID.
Mm-hmm.
I think that was a problem as well. But we have to figure out a way. I mean, at the conference yesterday, they talked about the company's office. How do you spur small businesses? Small businesses are the backbone of an economy.
Mm.
But all too often, they're strangled in red tape, bureaucracy. People can't get access to finance. How are we going to remedy that situation? And one of the things I keep saying is one of the ways that will help is if we reduce our food importation bill. Jamaica is a fecund country. The fecundity in Jamaica is amazing. It grows food.
Yeah.
And as I said, Don Webby talked about this many times. We should be looking to reduce the food importation bill, he said, by half by 2030. That's something I don't hear people talking about, but that's a very important point. If a nation can feed itself, that reduces a lot of its, there's not a burden on its foreign exchange. It doesn't have to pay out a lot of fine US dollars. I mean, today you would have seen that the Bank of Jamaica had to mop up, $40 billion, I believe, today.
Yeah.
Yeah. But then this is on the back of 90 million last week, right? So, I mean, you see the pressure on the foreign exchange, you see the pressure on the currency, so it reduces that.
But Al, I don't know if you're aware that the entire Caribbean had agreed that by 2025 we would cut food importation bill by 25%. Our government has doubled our food importation bill. I think in 2016, our food importation bill was about 800 million US. Last year, we did about $1.6 billion. Why are we failing so miserably?
Because we failed to take it really, we failed to take it seriously. We failed to address it. It should be part of national policy. Look at all the economies that grow. What do? All right. There's a national policy and they inherently stick to it. We need to inherently stick to the fact like we're reducing our food importation bill. People who produce food in Jamaica, we're going to find incentives to give them so they can do it. I mean, a lot of things we could be doing. We could be making flour out of breadfruit,
banana,
the various juices, banana, the various juices we import, we don't need to. And for a small open economy, at the risk of being a little bit controversial, I think we need to take a little bit of a protectionist stance, protect local businesses, get local businesses to supply the market. Don't let them get blown apart by bigger international competitors. Give them the breathing space so they can supply the nation.
I had a caller yesterday. And we had a discussion about the same food importation bill. And I said to him that developed countries, first world countries, do subsidize their farmers. And he said he said to me that Jamaica can't afford to subsidize our farmers. Do you agree with that?
But why not?
That was the question I was asking him. Why not?
Yeah. We should do. And I said, this is what we have to employ, thinking out of the box to help the economy. That's what we have to do. I think it's too much business as usual as the years go by. We're unwilling to take the critical leap. And what I'm hoping for now with the new government, that they do say, right, we are now taking the critical leap. One of the things the Prime Minister did say, though, and he has a point, when he says, the last few years we stabilized the economy. Going forward now, we have to grow the economy.
Is that true, Al?
Well, to a certain extent, I mean, there are some things you can look at and say were pretty good. So, I mean, when you think
What are
about
those
it,
things? Tell me those things that we could look at to say the economy is in good shape.
I think one of the things I think the local currency was relatively stable. I think unemployment came down, inflation stayed within that band. I mean, those are pretty good things. We didn't have the wild vacillations.
But
in those
how much have we spent since this year to really keep the Jamaican dollar stable, Hal?
No, we've intervened probably around 19 times. Yeah, you're right. You're right on that. Yeah, it cost us.
But but can we then look at it and said, oh, we are stable when we are spending millions of US dollars every week, 2 and 3 times a week to keep the dollar stable, and the dollar still slips.
Come at a high cost. It's come at a high cost. I mean, you no doubt you're aware the IMF is saying we should let it just float and you'll find its natural water level. You are aware of that, right?
But the IMF is saying to us that we should stop defending the dollar.
Yes, right. So yes, they have. But we decided. So I think psychologically, the dollar started going way beyond $200 and things like that. I think psychologically for the nation, I think people would panic. So you understand. I can understand why the Bank of Jamaica and why the administration is kind of taking the stance it is. But what it has to figure out is what braces they're going to put on the dollar. But the dollar slipping. What they're going to do? The only way you can do that is by earning foreign exchange.
There you go. Because you sound a bit confident that the government will be able to do it all. But
no, I'm not saying I'm confident. What I'm saying is they've got to figure out a way. That's what it is. I think basically what it is he said it himself. It was stabilized. Now we have to grow it, but they've got to come up with a plan of how they intend to do it and implement it as quickly as possible.
And I was impressed by your question yesterday. Very impressed by the question and very disappointed by the answer.
Well, I mean, he didn't have a lot of time, and I asked that question at the end. He may have thought to himself, "Well, look, I need to get out of here."
But he said he loved he said he loved the question. Thank you for that question.
Yes, he did. But I've said it many times, and I've said it both publicly and privately. We've got to figure out how we're going to grow the economy now. And I think that if you think about it, over the decades, no one has really figured out. We came out of the post-colonial era with Bustamante and Michael. We got dragged into the political fighting with Manley and Siaga. Then we entered the Patterson years and FinSac and all the rest of it. Then we had the JLP under Andrew. Then we had to renegotiate the IMF agreement. Then we had COVID. We haven't figured it out. We need to, and it's going to take a joint effort by all parties. And I think the private sector, to be honest with you, have been a little bit remiss. They need to come to the table.
But don't you think that the government needs to be more deliberate in their actions if we're really going to see growth in this economy? The government has to be challenging its energy somewhere. And I am saying that for the last 9 years, they have not been able to do that. What is it that make we believe that they are going to do it now?
Well, my thing is you have to do it now. It's very hard to say, but you have no choice.
I agree with you. It has to be done now, but with your question to the minister yesterday and his answer doesn't give me much hope.
Well, I think I'm going to have to take him up on that, but there has to be hope. We have to drive.
Hope is not a strategy, Al.
Well, they have to come out with a new strategy, but maybe he didn't want to. He didn't think that was an appropriate time to outline the strategy. Maybe that was the case, and he's probably thinking. He came out of the cabinet meeting and said to himself, "Well, okay." The prime minister said, "Look, this is what we're going to do. We're not going to reveal everything at this time, but this is the strategy." But he did give something away. Remember what he said is that they're going to have a three-pronged strategy with himself, Ed Bartlett, and Floyd Green. So what does that tell you? So they're going to facilitate growth through Senator Hill, tourism, and Floyd with the food. So I mean that may well be the strategy, because he did say that. He said those three ministers will be at the tip of the spear of this growth initiative.
The only thing about that is those 3 ministers have been there for quite some time. They are not new.
Yeah, there is that argument, but we do know that Ed has proven to be a very good minister of tourism.
Tourism has been doing as much as tourism can do in its present situation, but as it relates to agriculture, as it relates to the commerce, we have not seen those doing what they are supposed to do so as to drive the Jamaican economy.
Well, one of the things, and it's a point I think you're alluding to, and I think is a very good point you're probably making here, is this: we have tourism, right? But the imports are too high. Why? For instance, you want to put some lettuce on the plate of a tourist, you want to put strawberries, French fries, whatever, mashed potatoes. Why are we importing that? It should be all done locally. And there should be the suppliers should be helped to drive those imports.
Do you think the government have the money, the finances to assist our farmers to do more, Al?
I think they can find the money. I personally think they can find the money.